Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nazina Rufada and I'm from E-class, fourth semester for E. So today I would like to make a vlog and presentate about teaching English to young learners. So without further ado, let's get started. Let's move to the next slide. Okay, the first one is there are principle of TEYL. The fundamental rules of how young children acquire a foreign language. There are one, two, three, four. There are four principle of the EYL. Actually, there's a lot of principle of the EYL, but I only wrote it four. The first one is learning through play. It means like children absorb language best when they are active, engaged, and having fun rather than memorizing rules. As you know, teacher student is have a short attention span, so that's why as a teacher we need to be an adaptive and innovative to make a lot of games or fun activities in the classroom to make them having fun and more active and engaged through and engaged during the learning. The next one is contextual and visual. It means using real props or realia or interesting visual media so that learning is easy to understand without complicated language translation. It means we need to provide a contextual or just like a real life learning to children so they will understand about what they learn in the classroom and also about the visual. So because almost all of the children is a visual learner, so we need to provide them a visual like the video or animation or like a song, just like that. So it will make them more engaged to the learning in the class. The next one is child-centered. It means material is tailored to children's interests, curiosity, and imaginative world. In this stage, teacher have a role as the facilitator, and children is the active learner in the classroom. So the teacher will need to provide the activities that make the children is an active learner. So the children is will talk in the classroom. The children is will share the ideas in the classroom, but the teacher is only give an instruction as a facilitator. The next one is total response or TPR approach. It means linking English language instruction with physical movement or action to strengthen vocabulary comprehension. Why this principle of the EYL is really fundamental because TPR is one of the activities that's really fun because the children is also can move with their body, but they also learn with the teacher say. It's like when sometimes there are activities like Simon say Simon says game. So for the example, Simon says touch your head. Simon say touch your ear. That activity can make children is more memorizing about the vocabulary that they learn in the day, so they will use it for every daily life because the teacher is use the TPR response approach. Okay, let's move on to the next slide. Okay, the next slide is how to teach skill to young learner. The first one is use play and movement methods. It means children have a lot of, as we know, children is have a lot of energy. Instead they will sit still in their chair, just like as I said before, we need to use some activity that engage them in the classroom. So that's why we need to use play and movement methods. The next one is attractive visual and physical attributes. I think this is same like what I said before, but there's example more about the attractive visual and physical attributes. As a teacher, we can use a flashcard for the example of the vocabulary. We can We can show to the children what the shape of triangle, what the shape of rounds like that. So we need to use a visual, attractive visual or physical attributes, or we need to use realia prompts. It can make them do more engaged in the classroom. The next one is short activity duration. Children is have a short attention span, are only about 10 until 15 minutes. So we need, as a teacher, uh, I say it again, as a teacher, we need to be adaptive and innovative because we need to prepare a lot of activities that we don't know that will happen in the classroom. So that's why we need to prepare a lot of games, a lot of activities that can avoid their boredom. The next one is routine and repetition. Children need to practice. Start, for the example, the start and the end of the classroom. Use a same routine. Just like for the opening in the classroom, the teacher is use the songs and the closing of the classroom. The teacher is can use the song again or um repeat the lesson material regularly in different contexts to help it stay in their long-term memory. The last one is positive learning environment and reward system. Children is really like when they given a praise or they given a reward because they think if they get a reward or praise they think they can do it the learning process. So that's why we need to give a reward or give a praise to them or make the positive learning environment like we need to give a good feedback to them to make them still motivated in the classroom. So let's move to the next slide. These are steps in teaching receptive skill, listening and reading. Teaching receptive skill reading is follows a standard pedagogical framework designed to build a comprehension rather than memorization. The process in the broken down into the three main phases. There are pre, while, and post test. I forgot to put the step on the predictive skill, but actually, predict- productive skill is also breakdown into the three main points like the pre, while, and post test. So the children is can evaluate or it can evaluate from the post test, and the children is also can stimulate from the pre test before they're doing the while activity. Okay. The next slide is about approaches, methods, and technique in TEYL. Approaches is the meaning is from approaches is the philosophy. Approaches define what language is and how children learn it. There's a lot of approaches in learning, in teaching of young learners, but I will take the communicative language teaching. It means like the approaches will make the children is more communicative in the classroom, like the teacher is as a facilitator or the children as the active learner, so they will speak in the classroom, they will do conversation, they will do a presentation, just like that. So it will make them understand how to communicating in real life. The next one is methods or the procedure. Methods serve as the structured and procedural plan based on the chosen approach. Like when the approach is communicative language teaching, we can do the methods as mm, methods conversation, like conversations like that. The next one is technique and moment-to-moment action. It means technique are specific, localized, step-by-step exercise and activities in the classroom like that. I think the process method and technique in tutorial is really have a big difference. So yeah, let's move to the next slide. Okay, the next one is teaching through song, games, and stories. Teaching using songs, games, and story is one of the most effective methods for creating an interactive and engaging learning environment. This approach can naturally increase motivation, sharpen memory, and develop children cognitive and language skills without overwhelming them because songs, games, and story is from children POV is really fun because they can do anything with their mind, just like imagination, just like that. So that's why songs, games, and stories is language skills without overwhelming them. So yeah. Okay, I think that's all the vlog from me and the explanation about how to teach how to teach English to young learner. I think that's all the material that already I learned in the classroom. So last I say thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.